I have a bit of a rant here today on this Sunday. I am feeling angry and fed up and exhausted and tired of certain things. And so I feel that I need to be talking about these things because, again, I'm a vessel of God. Last night, someone was keeping me awake when I was really, really tired. I wanted to go to sleep. But it sounded like it was coming from outside. Someone was playing very loud music with bass. And it's been happening here a lot, especially on the weekends. And so the energy has been very restless. And of course, because I'm highly sensitive, it's draining. So because we are earth angels, we are highly sensitive, especially when we are women, sensitive women. We've gone through so much. We have usually taken care of everyone. But what about us? Who is there to take care of us when, especially if our entire family is narcissistic and toxic and was only taking from us? And like, for example, this noise last night, it went on maybe even 2 hours. I had to put on earplugs so that I would not be awake, so that I was able to sleep. I would not have been able to sleep otherwise. And so I just tested my new earplugs that are supposed to help with this kind of noise. So yeah, thankfully they were able to help me. We've been having lots of noisy rains even lately, many times. And usually at nighttime hour when you're supposed to be sleeping. So it's been very, very crazy. And I'm like, what is going on here again? Like, I cannot catch a break. And of course, this can be such a familiar feeling when you are a chosen one of God. You're a child of God. You are a sensitive person. You are a trauma survivor. So you want and you need silence and peace. And you don't want to be challenged and tested all of the time. You are exhausted by those things. And so, because this noise happened last night, of course it made me feel and think again. And I was like, what can I do? I was almost about to call the police if they can do anything about it, because of course I could not fully locate where it was coming from, because I was trying to, but then it was so strange. It kept on fading in and out. So it was like every time I tried to check on it, I tried to locate where it's coming from. It was not, I did not hear it. The music was not playing at those moments. So it really felt like another psychic spiritual attack, you know, when something just wants to disrupt my sleep. And because, frankly, I have been, again, very tired because of what have been happening lately. I have been talking about in my videos what I've been going through lately. And of course, you know, no matter how much we trust God and have faith in God and in ourselves and, you know, lead peaceful lives, of course, things can still happen. Our lives are not perfect in that sense that negative things would not happen. Of course, the thing and the key is to always bounce back and be proud of who we are in a healthy manner, healthy way, not of course egotistical, but, you know, coming from peace and love and healing energy. Because, for example, the Bible talks about not being proud and, you know, not engaging in sinful activities. Of course, yes, of course, it's natural. But, you know, at the same time, because I have always been, I'm an earth angel. I encourage, I uplift people. I support people with my empathy, with my kind, huge heart. I have even spoken people from killing themselves, like basically saving lives. And I did that also when I was a child, because it started with my own narcissistic mother and my uncle, who were basically threatening to kill themselves and things like that. So I've gone through so much, and you know, there has to be a limit to everything. And the fact that I think it's healthy to be proud of who you are and the journey that you have overcome. Like, for example, I had to recover from deep depression on my own. I had nobody in human flesh to help me. And so it has been such a painful journey. And I was also yesterday mentioning about these things in my video. When you want to create your life after your trauma. Because we have to acknowledge that it is trauma. Emotional abuse is trauma. It creates trauma, and it is a crime to even treat anyone like that. And so, of course, I cannot deal with anyone who does not understand what it is like to have trauma. If you don't understand anything about trauma and being a highly sensitive person, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with those energy vampires anymore. And we're supposed to be cutting them off. But of course, at the same time, I think it's so important that we honor ourselves, and we are proud of ourselves in a healthy way. And that means that we are accepting ourselves, our own sensitivity, our own deep traits, you know, ourselves as full beings, because we cannot function. How can we ever live authentic lives if we don't do that? And so personally, for me, I'm at this point in my life where I cannot stand people who do not understand me. They disrupt, for example, my peace of mind, my sleep, my home, my boundaries. And at the same time, I have to be the protector of my home, myself, my mental health, my physical health. And I have 2 cats. And I have a child. I have 1 son. And I have work enough. They are stubborn enough. I'm a stubborn soul as a woman as well. I'm a starseed, and so I am after justice. And I have to know who I am, and I have to know where I stand in life, and I have to know what I can do about what. Because we are righteous beings, we are righteous and spiritual beings. And the spiritual world is always in and around us. So we cannot deny its existence. And like the Bible says, I was just reading the Apostles' letter. So it was so liberating, yes, to read that. But at the same time, it makes you think, because you are a chosen one. And the letter is clearly for us chosen ones. So yes, it is guiding us. It's supporting us. Yes. But at the same time, we have this human life. So it's of course natural to also want to go, you know, dig deeper. And yes, this might resonate with you as well, because I am such a deep soul, old soul. So it hurts me if someone is being very superficial and shallow, for example, all about money, all about looks, because I've had to realize that all of my, basically all of my relationships were about those things. So it's no wonder that I was blindsided by them as well. I used to be that way because I did not know anything else. But then I drank alcohol and I was very deeply depressed, and I let people use and abuse me and walk all over me, disrespect me. But now I have my boundaries, and I call people out when I need to, and I give feedback because I have to. So yes, of course, we should always give all our worries, everything that we cannot carry, that we should not carry alone. We should always give it to God. Have faith in God, of course. First and foremost, yes, that is a powerful realization and lesson and truth to really honor and cultivate in daily life. Yes, it is. We need our Father, our Creator, because especially if we don't have anyone else. Like I have been saying, usually nobody is coming to lift you off from the floor. I've had physical pain so that I could not even walk, and nobody came to even ask how I was doing. And at the same time, I was being still abused by my toxic ex. And so my boundary is now, if you're not one of my people, then stay out. I will delete you. I will cut you off. As soon as I feel the signs, I sense the signs that you're not one of my people. If you're only, for example, only about looks, we cannot accept those people into our lives who are energy vampires. They're narcissists. They're immature. They're selfish. They're all about money, power, control, what a person looks like, staring at beautiful women's photos all the time. For example, they watch porn, they use substances like weed or take pills, use drugs. They can be alcoholics. They can be very, very low vibrational toxic people. So we cannot be dealing with those. Because I'm so fed up. I frankly almost just deleted my Threads account because it seems like people are just looking at my account like they're just curious from the outside, but then they are not my soul people. My soul people are like me. We are truth speakers. We are the breakers of those toxic generational narcissistic cycles, because we have to, because we have the strength, we have the wisdom, we have the willingness, we have the empathy, the heart to treat our own children better than we have been treated. And we have to break those patterns. It's a part of our mission. So, I'm not taking care of any adults anymore. And of course, what I mean by that is that I'm not accepting those toxic, immature people. So this is always what I've been saying. We have to be paying attention to the signs. If something is off, for example, you are a woman and you're wondering if this man is interested in you or not. Well, you have to pay attention to his behavior. Is he being consistent? Is he being really interested in you as a person or not? Is he only after your looks or your money or your energy, your validation? Is he pouring into you, or is he just taking like an energy vampire, like a narcissist? Is he only using you for attention, for example? And if somebody thinks that I'm not watching my social media pages, I'm on Instagram and Threads and YouTube now only. I have deleted my Facebook and LinkedIn because they were too toxic, too devilish, too draining for me. And I have talked about these things also in my videos. Because we have to cut those unnecessary things off that are just draining and taking from us. This is also about healthy boundaries. We have to be honest with ourselves. We have to sense, again, like I said, we have to sense, is this good for me or not? Is this person respecting me or not? And if the answer is no, they are not respecting me, then goodbye. And I have been honestly and vulnerably and authentically sharing bits of my life story to help my people. I speak honestly about my depression, the things that I've been going through. And of course, I share things that I feel that God tells me to talk about. My angels tell me to talk about. My ancestors, for example. My grandmother's spirit has been visiting me, for example, many, many, many times. And I witnessed that also by the fact that I have this light that has always gone on at a certain hour. And I know it's her. I know it's her. I know my angels are also, because I tend to talk to them often as well. We have to trust ourselves. This is so important. We have to work on self-trust, especially when we have been so attacked by Satan's minions. Because like the Bible says, Satan is walking around looking for someone to devour. And of course, as chosen ones, we are on his number one list. Of course we are. It makes complete sense when you really think about it. So I have experienced this war my entire life. And because I have also been attacked even lately, and I have addressed that also in my videos and made resonate with my people, because I'm only here again for my people who have also been attacked the same way. So work on trusting yourself. We have to trust ourselves. We have to work on our faith in God, in ourselves. We have to know who we are and where we stand. And we have to allow ourselves to make mistakes. We're not supposed to be perfect in this human life. As spiritual beings, we are enough and perfect. As humans, we are enough and perfect in a way that we're not supposed to be pushing into forcing ourselves to be what we're not. We're not supposed to be pushing ourselves into this crazy obsession to be perfect in every single way. That's not the point of our lives. That's not the point of life, even though some people might think that it is. And we have to remember that it's only an illusion. Those attacks and for example, that depression that I also had, it was only an illusion. It's not the truth. The actual truth is love. The actual truth is God. And the actual truth is what is really real and what really matters. Those things do not matter. Those things that are unnecessary, like those attacks, they don't ultimately matter. But all we can do is see through the illusions, see through the nonsense, focus on seeing through the truth clearly. So, if you are one of my authentic people and really what I talk about, support my work. Please support my work, or don't watch my videos at all. Don't follow me, because I'm not anyone's mother. I'm not Mother Teresa or anything like that. I'm here for my soul people only who are actually wanting my help and my support on their journeys of life, who want authentic and honest help from me, because that's what I provide. I had to go through a huge life transformation to even be waking up and be healing from my own depression. And so I will be here anyway and just saying that I'm not just for anyone. And yeah, so I was really angry and fed up and tired last night because of that music noise. Because again, of course, it's very immature and selfish, toxic energy and behavior and treatment from someone when they are so inconsiderate. They don't understand that maybe someone is trying to sleep. Maybe there are children that need sleep in those houses, those buildings. And it was just crazy. And of course, yeah, if it keeps on continuing, then I have to call the police because I don't see any other option. I just pray. I prayed last night as well for the noise to end and not continue. So yeah. That's basically, of course, all we can do is let out the anger, let out the feelings, face the illusions, see it for what it is, pray, have faith, have trust in things working out, have trust in God, stepping up, stepping in and helping, because we simply cannot do everything by ourselves. And we have to stay away from those that drain us. So if somebody is being disrespectful, they're being abusive, they are a bully, they are an energy vampire, we just have to stay away from those people. You have to stay away from those people. You have to. And so, yeah, I'm paying attention to my socials all the time. My YouTube, so I'm seeing who is liking and who is unliking, and if somebody is subscribing or not. I am paying attention to these things, so please don't think that I'm blind. And of course, those go away who don't like what I'm saying, who are not my people. Then you're not even supposed to find my channel, because again, I'm not for you, I'm not for those people. And I've just been doing my best to cut such people off, because there can be so many, apparently, these fake accounts and, things like that. So yeah, it is very draining for one sensitive woman to take care of everything. So please support what I do if you are one of my people. So if someone is not meeting you at least halfway, they are not giving you back what you miss and want from them. They are not actively supporting you. They are not showing you that they understand and respect you. These are huge signs. They are red flags. And we have to take them for what they are. And, treat them accordingly. Because this list of people, they don't hear you, they don't understand you, they ask stupid questions. They judge you out of nothing. They bully you. They abuse you. They want to take advantage of you, your attention, validation, whatever it is that they want, what they need. Those things are, again, on them. Those things are their issues. Like the noise last night, it was a clear sign of somebody's issues pouring out as this musical noise. And like my noisy neighbor upstairs has also been doing the same. And I feel that man's anxiety and pain, and it's like pouring into my home. So we cannot let people who don't know anything about us tell us what to do. Only God can do that. We have to dig deep, we have to be still, we have to listen, we have to pay attention. We have to allow ourselves to make mistakes, to not be perfect. We have to allow ourselves to have peaceful homes, to have the peaceful place, the space. Sometimes we need a lot of rest because we can be so exhausted. So these are what are really coming to me today that are so important, because we need to have righteous lives. We are righteous beings. And I've seen many talk about the witches and warlocks out there that basically practice power and control, who are basically narcissists. They are sent by the devil, but they can claim to be chosen ones, or starseeds, or earth angels, or empaths, for example, which to me is very ridiculous and crazy. Why would anyone claim to be something that they are not? In order to lure someone in who is too trusting, who is a kind person, who is a good person, and to only take from them. Yeah. So there you have it again. And usually if you are a woman, you're an earth angel, you can have so many of these narcissistic, jealous women or men attacking you. They want to message you, for example, on social media if they can. And you're like, I want my peace, I want my space, I'm tired of this. I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm fed up. I'm hurt. So just have to remember that that is just what they do. That's their plan. They are not what they tell you that they are. If they are not authentically facing you, then they are not. So yeah, I think it's good that there are people who are addressing this issue, because I don't know everything either. Nobody knows everything, and so we are always learning and growing and evolving, like I always say. And it's important to pay attention to, like, if there are these witches and warlocks, which I believe that it is true. It is true, yeah. I'm just because I'm so kind and I see the good in a person. I'm a human angel, so it's difficult for me to sometimes know the difference, like, is this a good person? But I would say that this is a huge sign that I learned myself, that are they really pouring into you? Like, for example, you like their photos, do they give you the same back? Do they also support your work? And I had also reminders, as you know, synchronicities and guidance as well. About this fact that, you know, when we have to pay attention and let these people go, because you cannot heal from your trauma, you cannot heal from narcissistic abuse, you cannot heal from that scapegoathood that they have put you in, where you have lived your entire childhood because of your own family treating you as the black sheep, you know, the odd one out. You were bullied at school like I was, you know. So these are so heavy things that we have to face them. We cannot just hide from them, you know. So we have to acknowledge these things. So if somebody is approaching you, are they only there to take? Is it only that they see and sense your light, your power, whatever it is? You look so kind and nice to them. they think, oh, this person is so angelic, this person must help me. Oh, I want this and this and this. Give me that, give me that, give me that. It's very draining to always be the giver. And your cup will be empty if you always keep on giving out of yourself to these people who are energy vampires, who can be narcissists as well. Of course, they are necessarily not, but if they only want things from you and they are not giving back, then they are being energy vampires. They are being toxic. And to me, by now, these are huge red flags as well. On the side of not taking accountability and responsibility. Do they apologize authentically if they hurt you? Do they listen to you? Do they hear you? Do they show you authentic respect? Do they show authentic respect towards your home when they come to your home to visit you? How are they treating your space and your home? Do they come into your home like, oh, this is my home, I want food, I want your attention, I want your sex, whatever it is, I want everything from you. They sit on the sofa like they own it, like they own your home. And this can even be a stranger, a complete stranger, or someone that you're just dating. How are they approaching? So if they do not know how to even say sorry, if they do not have even basic manners in place, like, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, I apologize, I understand. Do they talk to you this way if you call them out? Do they respect your home, your space? Do they respect you as a being, or are they treating you as human trash? Like you don't matter, like you are an object. These are big issues. We have to pay attention to these huge issues, especially when we're women. Men don't understand. I'm sure that men cannot understand this because it's really heavy to be a highly sensitive empath, highly sensitive earth angel woman in this world. Sometimes it's so heavy. Because again, from what I have witnessed until burnout, until feeling so hurt and, betrayed, deceived by people, when I did not know how to set my healthy boundaries with them even. I did not have the wisdom or the strength to call them out. Now I do, so I'm saying about everything. And of course, the fact that when I call them out, I set my boundaries, then I will see who is on my side. That's always the point. Do they care about their own ego? Are they mature enough? Are they emotionally intelligent enough? Do they even have the depth in any way that you can have to respect you? Do they understand you on any levels? Because this can also have been your life, that you have had those shallow, superficial people in your life that were only hurting you, and they left you alone suffering when you needed their help. This is usually the fate of us earth angels, because we're born to abusive families and we're chosen ones, and we go through these heavy, traumatizing issues. But again, it's a crime to be treating anyone like that. And I think it should be taken seriously. And in order for things to change, we have to speak up. If we do not speak up, things will stay the same. If we don't do anything, and also I'm aware that there are chosen ones who might not even understand about narcissistic abuse. Because some people have been claiming to be chosen ones, but then they come to me like, oh, we just need to let go and forgive this person. But that's not ultimately how you heal your trauma. How you heal your trauma is that you take accountability of your healing, that you grow as a person enough to do so, that you focus on your peace. You cannot be your abuser's mother, and you are being that abuser's mother if you're just letting go and forgiving and not standing up for yourself. Yes, of course we have to let go and, let the flow of life do its work, because it will. And we have to step away from that. Of course it's good to forgive. Yes, of course it's a healthy thing to do. But there is also a time and a place to heal your trauma, to let the anger out, to face the issues, the feelings, whatever comes through. You have the right to be hurt. You have the right to be human. You have the right to be feeling whatever it is that you're feeling. You have to face those issues. It's a serious issue. We are not robots again. We are highly sensitive beings. So if you keep on hiding all that pain, it's not good. So this is again why you have to be honest with yourself and, how you're feeling. Maybe do a body scan. How are you feeling in a certain moment? For example, when your boundaries have been violated. You have to be your own parent, especially when you have not had a healthy parent. We have to face these issues. I'm a chosen one of God, and who will talk about these issues because these happened to me. I'm not hiding away from them. I never did. It has always been easy for me to care about people, to open my heart, my soul. It has always been easy. But it's because I'm a human angel. I don't shy away or hide away from scary things or trauma or crying or from being angry. I let it all out because it's the healthiest thing to do. And again, I would not be here without Father God. And in my book, in my self-help book, I've authentically and honestly written about the challenges that I've been facing, as I was very bullied and abused ever since childhood. It started when I was 3 years old. And now I'm over 40, and again, if my message, whatever I talk about, resonates with you and you need more help and guidance, and you honestly respect what I do, then of course buy my book and support my work. Please be active. Like my videos, share them, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Threads and Instagram, and implement my self-help book because it will help you. And I'm saying this again, of course, from that point of view as well, because I've seen so many click on my services, and I know intuitively, I can sense and feel that they are not my people, or they can be stuck for whatever reason. But if you are one of my people, I know that I can help you. And again, I'm not here just for anyone who is just looking for guidance on narcissistic abuse recovery. I cannot help just anyone, and I certainly cannot help energy vampires and narcissists who pretend to want my help and then backstab me in the back if I reply to them, for example. So I'm not accepting those, and I never did. So that is, of course, one of my powerful boundaries when it comes to my work. So get in touch and book a session with me. If you have questions about working with me one-on-one or getting a reading, an angel healing session with me, which I also do for my soul people, you can reach out to me on Instagram and send me a few questions. It's completely okay that way. And so, as always, my work is here if you need more help and support, you want your life to change for the better, and you feel that you want to talk to me, my energy, my message resonate with you, and you want empathetic, honest guidance and support as a highly sensitive, kind-hearted human angel. So this was really a powerful thought that was just coming to me today that I really wanted to address. The fact when someone clearly is not your person, they are showing it with their behavior, with their energy. They can say things like, oh, that cannot be true. That cannot be your life, when you tell them about the heavy issues that you've been, facing in your life ever since childhood. They're like belittling you and, taking all of that good energy out of you and then dumping you, leaving you behind, for example, hurting you in different ways. And this is also gaslighting. When they make you question your memory, they make you question your sanity, they make you question your mental health, for example. So it is emotional abuse. Because again, as human angels, we cannot be trusting and opening up to the wrong people who only take from us and disrespect us and bully and abuse us and hurt us. Again, emotional abuse is a crime. It's a serious thing. And here in my country, in Finland, it seems like people don't address these things or have not been addressing these things. It seems like they are now waking up to this realization that it's even a real thing. And this, of course, hurts me as well, very deeply. Because I have been basically the free therapist to everyone in my life, the free mother figure and caretaker. And I was so exhausted and drained out and hurt and abused. And also the fact that if somebody is, for example, being your therapist, but they are not giving you the full space to be heard and respected and to open up, and you tell them repeatedly what you need, you tell them, no, I need a safe space to talk to. I need someone trustworthy. And they are not showing to you that they even pay attention to that feedback, that boundary. Well, something is clearly very off with this person. They can be very jaded in their own ways, how they are used to treating their clients, for example, but we are so rare that apparently people just don't get us usually, and they don't know how to provide that empathy